Hello everyone, this is Tanmay, member of Man City Mumbai Supporters Club, and I welcome you to this episode where we are going to preview the game. As a City fan, when we get the schedule, the first game we check is when are we going to play this game, home and away. And for that, I have few guests for this game to talk about. And as you guys know, hi Rohan, hi Vansh, who are from Man City Mumbai Supporters Club, but
Hello.
we have a guest
Hey,
from neighboring side who are gonna be an enemy for those 90 minutes. It's Animesh Thakkar and Prasham. Hi guys, how are you?
Hi, hi.
hey, thank you so much for having us.
Hope you are doing very well and hope you're excited for this game. So let's start with you, Animesh. Like, how would you like before moving to this game? Just tell me about like how this season has been for Manchester United because prior to the defeat that you had with Leipzig against Leipzig, I think that United were actually having a better season than Man City. You were actually good in form in Premier League. You were doing well in the Champions League. You were still in Carabao Cup. So, like, give me your assessment for the season till now. Like, what would you like to say about it?
It's been a roller coaster season in terms of when the Champions League groups came out, right? There was a sentiment among a lot of United fans, and they can say no right now, but we know how it was that we might not make it through depending on how we started the season.
Yeah,
Lack of the right signings, not lack of signings, lack of the right signings we wanted, and how we started the two Premier League games in the start, right?
yeah,
But after beating PSG and Leipzig, you are like, okay, wait, Istanbul should be a cakewalk. But historically, if you've gone to see, and even under Sir Alex Ferguson, when he was last around, we went out against Basel in the group stage.
yeah.
So it is not unheard of that United have put up these disappointing European
Right.
performances,
Yeah,
even back under Ferguson. In the end, we didn't get as many Champions League as we should have under him, right?
yeah,
So historically, the Champions League, yes, we do have these games, but it has been a little disappointing in terms of we could have just sealed the group against Istanbul.
yeah,
That loss was so unnecessary. And it's not that you lose a game, it's the way you concede that goal which lost you that game.
yeah,
It's not even schoolboy defending.
yeah,
A kid who's just born won't walk out and fall out the way that they did, where they just completely left a player unmarked. And that is disappointing. And that goal should not what I say categorize the season so far because there are a lot of pros, right?
yeah,
We are still only 5 points behind the top spot Spurs with a game in hand.
yeah,
If we do beat you guys and the next game, we would just be 2 points behind.
yeah,
Way better off than last year.
yeah,
So yes, while Champions League was disappointing, I don't want to let Ole skip away with the poor subs here and there and stuff like that. But I mean, we do end up making these mistakes in the Champions League since I have started watching them. So it's just like, one of those again, or what we couldn't seal the group. Very
yeah.
disappointed.
Right. What about you, Prashant? Like, because Man United, if you look at last season, they didn't start very well, but then you signed one guy, and like I really jealous of that guy because looking at Bruno Fernandes makes me feel like how you guys might feel about Kevin De Bruyne. Like he's so good, but you can't hate him. It's simply like that. Bruno Fernandes is so
Yeah.
good that I can't even hate that guy. He's so good, and he has changed the fate of your team now. And you guys are performing well. You guys are last season the games which you were ending at 1 point, you are getting those 3 points now. You are coming there is comeback United. Then if you are trailing 1-0, you are winning the game 3-1. So like how would you suggest this season is going till now? Like do you see any positives moving forward in this season?
So I think Tanmay, I think what Annie said that this season has been a roller coaster. You could say that each game is a roller coaster for us. You don't
Right.
know what's going to happen, and you like rightly said, right? Bruno Fernandes is clearly the man who's making all the difference.
Yeah.
He's racking up the goals, assists. You can talk about penalties and all of that, but I mean, you as a City fan know how hard it is to
Yeah.
score penalties. So I think that's a separate thing. But I think individual errors are costing us, man. Individual errors, not just in defense, but also going forward. Simple chances, we do not convert them. In the defense, at times, I don't know, we switch off, we sleep, we don't start games particularly well. So while, as Annie said, we're just 2 points away from sort of being top of the league if you win the game in hand.
Yeah.
The problem is that the performance don't inspire the same kind of confidence that we can sustain that maybe and even mount a successful title challenge. And that is because of these individual errors and we don't start games well. So now if you don't start a game well against Southampton, there is room to come back and win that game. Against
Yeah.
West Ham, there is room to come back and win that game.
Right.
Against teams like Leipzig, against teams like Spurs, City, that room is not there. You can't switch off for 15,
Yeah.
20 minutes of a game and then expect to win yet. So my main problem with this current team is that somehow we cannot focus for 90 minutes continuously and consistently.
Yeah.
If we do that, you can see that we beat PSG, we beat Leipzig. So we have the quality to do it. We have the personnel to do it. The question is whether we can do it or not consistently day in, day out for 90 minutes. The season, if I have to judge till now, I mean, you can't complain with the game in hand if you're 2 points off the top if you win that game, which game's against Villa. I know Villa are doing well, but if I'm going into that game, I'm fairly confident of winning it, the style of football Villa play. But so I can't complain in terms of
Right.
the points, in terms of
Right.
the
Right.
results. But I think there's a lot that can be analyzed in terms of individual performances and how the team plays. Because if you take Bruno out of that team, like we did, say, for example, against West Ham,
Yeah.
suddenly it does seem that there is a little bit of aimlessness and a little bit of sort of a lot of mistakes creep into the game, and even
Right.
strikers are making mistakes.
Right.
Let's not make two bones of it. Marcus Rashford's got goals, but he also fails to convert easy chances. Martial's not looking good. Mason Greenwood is not looking himself. He's a young lad. I don't want
Yeah.
to. I mean, I'm not going to say that I expect him to score 30 goals a season, but he doesn't look himself from the last season.
Yeah.
Cavani has come in and done well, no question
Yeah.
about that. But I think if we just reduce the errors which you expect professional footballers to not make, these are simple
Yeah.
things. You don't expect them to do it. I think Man United's the personnel is there to beat any team on a given day.
Right. Right. So coming to you, Vansh, like Prasham, rightly mentioned that they are the one, they are a team who can beat us on any day if they are good at that day. So just look at the Premier League style they are playing right now, and we are playing right now. Like they are coming back in the games where they were not starting the well, giving the first half, but in second half they were different animals. And City is very different, you know. In first half we are different animal. In second half we tend to bottle those games, like just like Leeds United and the game against West Ham United, which we could have won. So just tell me about City now. This is like we have played against 10, 11 games, and now I guess it is the perfect, you know, duration to assess the team. So tell me like how much has City done well this season, and what do you think that we should learn from this United team who are doing really well, in the second half in the clutch moments.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that if we talk about the whole season, City has been playing well. Yeah, we haven't been consistent, so we have lost a couple of matches here and there. But you can look at the performance we did against OM yesterday. We the first half was not that good from us, but the second half we were clinical.
Yeah.
We were making the chances. We were converting. Our converting ratio was good. So, and finally, the biggest good news you can say is that Sergio Aguero is back.
Yeah.
He scored a goal. And that is what we were missing, because Gabriel Jesus, he could never do that. He doesn't have the sense of where the ball is. The way Aguero head to the ball after their keeper made the mistake. Ake's header was great, but he couldn't hold on to it, and Aguero just ran to the ball. He just scored a goal. So that is the sense that Aguero brings into the team.
Yeah.
And I say that City has been playing well. But when you come to United's City versus United, the Manchester Derby, it's going to be a tough one, I say.
Yeah.
And especially because United have been playing well. Yeah, they lost to Leipzig, they lost to Istanbul. Uh, those were some games where they weren't as good as they are usually, and they are out of the Champions League. So that's not a big issue. But we can always win against them. They can also win. But and Ole has won against Pep's Man City a couple of times now. So I am a bit scared about the game, but I
Yeah.
think it's going to be a good game. It's going to be a tough game.
Yeah, the good thing is that there is no question about his sacking right now. So when there is his job is on the line, I don't know that what that guy pulls out, and they play
Oh, yeah.
amazing football. So I good thing is that his job is not on the line now. So what about you, Rohan? Like how would you assess Man City till now in the Premier League? Because in Champions League we knew that we are going to qualify, we are going to finish top because the group was not that hard as United's were. But like how would you assess our performance in the Premier League till now in this 10-11 games?
I think that we have a relatively good performance in the Premier League till now. I mean, Pep Guardiola's tactics, of course, you can see some of them are getting predictable. If you saw against Leeds, they knew what the next move was. You could see that Leeds knew then what the next move was. Same thing, it might happen because Ole has defeated us at a few times, and he knows what might happen and what might not. So that is a real concern for us. And of course, but our mindset is better because we just won our group and they lost to Leipzig. So we have a better winning mindset. So we might have an upper hand in that. But still, if see, I think Bruno Fernandes, if something happens, then it is going to start from Bruno Fernandes. So we should start, looking on how to control Bruno, and then we can try controlling the rest of the team, because everything is now I believe, kind of centered around Bruno.
Yeah.
He's
Okay.
got most goals, most assists. So I think he's going to be a real thorn in the side.
Okay, so like moving to this game, starting like with Animesh, but I would like to correct you, Rohan. Last year at the Etihad when we lost, they didn't have Bruno, and but they had the most exceptional first half I've ever seen. That was like I hate to, of course, as a City fan, as a United fan, you guys also you hate to lose derbies. But that derby where I was not even angry. I was like well done United. Like I was like it was a respect for them, like the way they played.
That was the
But
first derby. That was the first derby I saw. That
yeah,
was the
like
first derby, the 3-2 derby where they came back.
they don't have, I'm talking about the last year. They did 2-1 derby. The first half they played was like quite exceptional. The first half was so good, and I was like very well played. So coming to
Hmm.
you, Animesh, about this game now, as Rohan said, now we are coming from the victory, also from the defeat in the Champions League. So we have upper hand in the mindset. But what do you think? Like, do you think that you guys can have upper hand? Like your players are now want to respond to the defeat because it was a quite crucial defeat. You cannot afford to lose Champions League and get out. But what can be the better game to come back to show your fans that is to win against Manchester City in the derby? So what are you
Yeah,
expecting from this game?
yeah, 100%. Look, when what I said earlier, right? It's simple. It's something that Mourinho said as an excuse when he got knocked out by Sevilla. The
Yeah,
difference then was that we had a better squad under him when we had a chance to play. What Ole is doing now is trying to get the best of the squad in terms of the personnel, right? And that's where I link up the personnel coming into a derby. The
yeah,
problem for me is if I had to say what's gone wrong in the games we've not done well, it's 70-30. 70% I blame the players and hold them accountable. Like Prasham said, our strikers are not clinical. I know they're young. Even Marshall is young, but he's been around 5 years. I expect him to do better. Rashford has been a pro. Okay, he came in under Van Gaal. He did a great job. You give him 2-3 years. Now he's playing. He had a very bad injury last year, double stress factory. He's given everything for the club, right? So I feel bad saying what I say. But now we've come to the point where he is our main striker. He is playing on the left. He's a winger. He needs to finish those chances. If you're getting only 5-6 chances, he has to bury 2-3 of those a game. He has to. There's no other way, right?
yeah,
So I look at a derby coming up, and then I look at your Marshalls and your Rashfords, and I know a Rashford is raring to go. I know a Bruno will be raring to go. I know my Greenwood is going to be raring to go, right?
yeah,
Now, if I look at the defensive part of it, where I worry a bit, right? Telles has come in. He had a few good games, few bad games in between. I think he will be starting his first derby. He should be raring to go. If I'm a United player in this dressing room right now, you will know that this is a game where you show up. You can
yeah,
be shit in 3 other games, 5 other games. If you show up in this game, you deliver. The fans will go easy on you, right? So I would be hungry to show up for this game. I just worry a little bit about Harry Maguire because I just think that he's had gone through so much, so much. He's
yeah,
not been the best leader that he can be. He's had some good games and some bad games himself. Lindelof was my favorite centre back. I'm not going to lie, but he's had a few shite games as well, right? For me, they're both right now on the same boat. So I worry about the lack of cohesiveness. Where our defense shows up, our attack doesn't show up. Our attack shows up, our defense goes AWOL. So
yeah,
when I come to a derby game like this one, where Aguero's coming back, possibly could start, all your other players are fit now. We don't have that many injury concerns to be fair, but I worry a bit about the motivation the players have. Historically, like you said, Ole, the team, they are hungry enough. Rashford has
yeah,
always been hungry enough, and he's come and he's played in these games. Marshall has showed up in these games, right? But I am a little scared. I was, if you had to ask me, was I this scared last weekend? No, I'm definitely a little more worried now. Do we have enough to take a result? Yes. Has Ole already proven it last season? Yes. Would I be surprised if we lose? Yes. I still think the best case scenario is a draw. We should get a draw at least. But I'm a little bit worried about the lack of defense and offensive coordination in the last few games.
yeah. What about you, Prashant? Like, what do you think? Like, if you win this game, as Animesh rightly mentioned, that you are just 2 points behind the leader with game in hand. Like 5 points with 2 points if you win that game. So if you beat City, you are beating a potential title contender. Do you think that you can now go on to win the title because you do have a squad, do have the team, you do have personnel to win the league. So how do you see this game against Manchester City tomorrow?
See, I mean, definitely the title contention and the title challenge is one thing, but the other thing we have to realize that is this is not a normal December. We're just 11 games into the Premier
Yeah.
League right now, so it's too early to say who's already out, who is in. But obviously, I think Man United, Man City, these teams are always going to be in contention if they play to the level they are. But I don't think we should treat this game anything more than a derby. I think that is a sort of platform enough then saying that,
Yeah.
oh, you might be 2 points away from the champions, from winning from the Premier League if you win this game and the game in hand and all these things. So all these things are just add-ons and sort of these are extras. So you should just look at this as a derby, go in there to get the win and then get out. In my perspective, that is. I don't care about the quality of football in this game. I don't care about what happens. I don't care if I have 90% possession and we win 2-0. I don't care. So that is the kind of mindset I want the players to go in with, is that you get a win at any cost. You leave everything you have on that pitch, and then whatever the result is, I'm ready to accept. But what I'm not willing to accept is slow performances, laziness, not being involved in the game, mentally checked out from the first minute, and then after we concede a goal, suddenly they'll wake up. These things I'm not willing to accept in a derby. From
Right.
the first minute, I want my players to go in there and, you know, approach this game as it is winnable. See, I do
Yeah.
not see that when it's a derby, the form goes out of the window anyway.
Yeah.
And that might be a good thing for both the clubs, the way things are going. I mean, I understand you all have made the point that City have been playing a little bit better and all of that. But to be honest, the number of chances they had created after 11 games last
Yeah.
season is nowhere near to what they've created this season.
Right.
The loss of David Silva, the likes not having that option of Leroy Sané, Fernandinho regressing, and Rodri not sort of being the same level as he is at. These things have obviously impacted City as well. So I don't think that Man United should be fearing this game in any way, shape, or form. I think this game is there for the taking, and if mentally we are checked into this game, I don't see us losing this game for sure. Definitely, I said, as Annie said, come away with a draw or a win as well, because this is the game Ole wants to play, right? You all will have all the possession, you all will leave space behind the defense. That is going to happen at some point in the game. Then it is about whoever is up top, whether they take their chance or not.
Yeah. Right. So coming to you, Vansh, like Prasham rightly mentioned, like we are going to leave the spaces like we did last season, and they exploited it very well. Those 5-6 counter in the first half against the Etihad, it was like we were not in control of that first half. So how important is this game for now Pep, for Man City to to show that, because last season we lost 2 games against United, and we are just not lost like unlucky. Those are not unlucky defeats. They were actually a defeat by a good performance from Manchester United. So how important is it for us to perform and win the game against United tomorrow?
Yeah, first of all, this derby is going to be very important for Pep because he's been defeated by the same manager twice in the last season. He wants to show something to him that, no, wait, I am Pep. I'm gonna dictate this game. I'm gonna win it. So of course, Pep, it's very important to him because he's also gonna get a confidence booster after playing this game if we win it.
Yeah.
And talking about City versus Manchester United, it is a very important game for both the teams because this season has been mad. It has been literally mad because each and every team is performing. There are underdogs, everything. So, leaving everything behind, coming to Manchester City versus Manchester United, I want City to win. I want City to change a bit of the tactics because the way we have been playing, it is a bit monotonous. We have the possession, we attack, then our defense just, they just leave some gaps and they are attacking the opponent teams, just counter attacks and they score a goal. And second thing I want is that Ederson should stay in goal, shouldn't come outside, please.
Yes.
Because he has a very bad habit of coming out and conceding goals. So yeah,
But
and
that's your style of play, no? Sorry, but
Yeah.
that's your style of play, right? I think that's why Pep loved Edison, right? Because he makes that extra man there.
Yeah.
Where tomorrow, when you have Martial, Rashford, Greenwood running at you, one extra man to lay that ball close to you, just your defense opens up, and then you're literally in the next half countering so easily.
Yeah.
But when you have Rashford, Martial running at you, a certain McTominay can then sneak in from behind. but anyway.
Exactly.
What happened last season?
For that you need Ederson's throw in, Ederson's throw you need assistance from Ederson from that. He literally gave it to McTominay. I don't know what he was doing. Yeah, carry on, Vince.
No, so that is what I was saying, that he has been a good player for us. Ederson obviously won the Golden Glove last season, so fair play to him. But he has been, he has a habit of coming out where it is not necessary.
Yeah.
Where it is necessary, he can come out, he can create the play, he can start a counter attack from the back. But when sometimes it is not necessary, he comes out and he ends up conceding a goal. So that is what I don't want to happen tomorrow.
Yeah. Coming to you, Rohan. like I'll talk. This question is just for you because it is about your favorite player. When we started our season, we had our backline like picked. It's going to be Walker, Laporte, Diaz, and Cancelo or Mendy, but it was Cancelo preferable. But now in the recent game, it's been Stones who is starting a lot and he's playing really well. And the main thing that I have, what you guys observed in this game, like against Spurs, it was Laporte who made a mistake and gave the run to Heung-min Son. That same going to happen tomorrow. Rashford, Martial they are going to make those kind of runs. And Laporte is
Yeah,
vulnerable. And Stones is actually proving really well. So do you think that he should start
exactly.
in this game and how important is, like, and of course the same question as I asked to once, like how important it is to win for us and how important do you think Stones will play the role in this game?
See, as much as I love Stones, I think he's a great defender. But I think Pep Guardiola is going to go with Diaz and Laporte at the back. I'm sure because he's seen the recent performances of Diaz and Laporte, and he's like, okay, guys, these two are like perfect for United. So he might go with Diaz. But I wouldn't mind, like, see, if he subs Stones, if he can see some mistakes in first half, he might sub on Stones for I think Diaz, but not Laporte because Laporte is really strong. Laporte is all the more experienced than Diaz. Okay, so I think he might sub on Stones for Diaz, and also I think in the left back position he should play. He should play Ake. I don't know why, but his performance against Marcel was
Yeah,
excellent. I
yeah,
have never seen him play like that.
right.
I've seen him since he played at Bournemouth. I've never seen him play in that left back role
Yeah,
ever. It was very good performance. He had that defensive attacking mindset. He kept running ahead, but then when he saw that City lost the possession, he also ran behind. He had very good mindset in the left back position. So
yeah,
I won't be surprised if Pep plays Ake in the left back position. I think it'll be a good thing.
yeah. Ake at the left back and Cancelo at the right back will be good because the good thing is that Walker won't give a penalty to Man United, and as you know, if they get a penalty, they're definitely going to score.
He
Okay.
played very rough yesterday. He played
Yeah,
very rough.
yeah,
And
yeah.
if we and don't worry, if we don't score, we'll just get to retake it. So we'll score eventually.
Yeah.
Okay, so like we don't have lot much time, so let's just move it to the last two segments. So I'll ask one more question to each, one more question to everyone. So Animesh, if you had to answer, like which one player would you like to see from Man City in your team, and do you think that that player can solve the problems from your team? So which one you'll pick from Man City in Manchester current Man United team?
Honestly, anyone you would ask by default, they would say, look, I would have taken Aguero last season because that's what we need. Like we needed a proven
Yeah,
finisher, a guy who's going to be in the box. If you had to ask me this season, though, right? It's very tough. Okay, and it's a very random answer. I wouldn't say KDB. I'm not going to say Sterling. Although KDB, who would not want KDB in your side? It would be stupid. But this side, United side, needs someone on the right who's a right-sided player who was born to play right, who can play right, who can put those balls in. So very surprisingly, I would say Riyad Mahrez would fit into this squad
right.
because I know Greenwood is doing the best he can. And
Yeah,
Prashant will agree, Greenwood is great future prospect. We needed someone yesterday, day before yesterday, to be a right-sided player, right?
yeah,
I would take Mahrez for that reason only. But if you had to ask me in general, any time of the day, year, which player do you want from this City squad in my side? It's KDB and nobody else,
yeah.
hands down.
What about you, Prashant?
Yeah, actually, I was going to say the same thing. I was torn between Mahrez or Laporte, actually. I think Laporte and Maguire also could form a formidable partnership in the back. I think that would solve certain problems. Kevin De Bruyne, I mean, it's like Bruno Fernandes, right?
Right.
I mean, if I'm going to ask you whom are you going to pick, obviously it's going to be Bruno Fernandes, right? But I mean, where are you going to play? I mean, the composition of
Yeah,
both Bruno and De Bruyne in midfield and all of
yeah.
those, I don't want to get into those things, but I
वो
mean,
देख लेंगे आने दे वो देख लेंगे but I'm just I was where you are Prasham. I was exactly where you were. Like if I
yeah,
needed someone yesterday in my team so that the rest of my team can be as good, I need someone on the
yeah.
damn right.
Yeah,
Exactly. I mean, yeah, that's a no-brainer. I mean, obviously, De Bruyne is one of the best players in the world right now. And I mean, yeah, to see him and Bruno play together would be a dream as well. But I think,
yeah,
yeah, if you're talking about a problem we need fixing, then I would either take Mahrez or Laporte. I think Laporte, I think Laporte has been
right.
phenomenal. Last season when he wasn't there, I mean, we saw how City tanked. So I think
Yeah,
he's someone who can actually make a difference.
right. So same question to you guys. One, so which United player can solve our problems right now? Like if you had to pick one player from that team, which one you will pick?
Yeah. Yeah, as anyone would say, I would surely would like to have Bruno Fernandes because he's a great player. But looking at the
And
current situation, I would.
one more thing. Sorry to interrupt. He'll definitely score penalties for us. He won't miss penalties. If he's in
Yeah.
yeah.
Nah, but looking at the current the current squad, I feel that Sterling has been off form. He hasn't been that great. I mean, he's got goals, but not
Yeah.
he's not been in a great form. I would love to have Rashford in the team.
No,
Because Rashford at the
if I could just come in here, a controversial opinion, Marcus Rashford, in my view, better player than Raheem Sterling. The problem is he doesn't get 8 chances a game to score 1 goal.
Yeah. I could like
yeah.
that's quite debatable.
Sterling misses chances.
It was the good
Sterling
chance. As a striker, as a
last
out and out
season
forward,
against
out and out forward, I guess Marcus is really very good player. But to keep the weight to dribble past the player, we can argue about that, who's better. So like coming to you, Rohan, like who usually will pick from United side?
see, of course, it's for them. I would pick Bruno Fernandes because he's good. But as of now, I would pick Donny van de Beek over Bruno Fernandes. As of now, I think Donny van de Beek would add that certain quality to our midfield that Bruno is like more attacking, but Donny is the defensive part, so he can handle the defense properly. Also, even if they make minor mistakes, he can run back to the defense, get the ball, and then run ahead. So that's the quality of Donny van de Beek, which I like, and I thought he would be good at setting. But of course, we have Gundogan, Fernandinho, and Rodri, who are very good in the kind of defensive part. And now Gundogan started playing attack also, so it's good. So
I was about
if
to
I
ask
could
you.
go for
Picking Van de Beek.
I was about to say, what Van de Beek in for Gundogan, so it'd be Rodri, Van de Beek, and the rest the same.
Okay,
What
one
do you
second. I do find it.
Yeah.
Or actually,
Yeah,
I had
in
another
fact-
question as well. Don't you think Bruno Fernandes would be a like for like, not like for like, but a closest replacement to David Silva, more than Donny van de Beek?
Like, but I guess
Yeah,
having Donny van de Beek will bring more balance to the team. Like KDB is attacking, because if you have to attack
Yeah, exactly.
De Bruyne and Bruno Fernandes,
Yeah.
no one's going to defend. Like they're always going to be there, and they will like unlimited chances. So guys, we'll do one thing. We'll prepare a combined 11 for United and Man City. So just give me your opinion. What you guys think? We don't have much time left. So starting with you, Animesh, goalkeeper. Which one you'll pick? David De Gea or Ederson? We know.
Y'all can say it's going to be biased, but I would take the short stopper any day. I'll take David De Gea.
Yeah.
Still.
Yeah.
I know
Yeah,
based on
David
even
De Gea.
yesterday. Still.
Yeah.
David De Gea. I mean, there's no. I mean, I personally, Edison great with his feet. I don't rate his shot stopping ability at all.
Right. What about you, Rohan? Goalkeeper.
Yeah. You know what my answer is going to be.
Zach Stephen. I'm definitely.
Zach Stephen, the goat.
What about you, Vansh? What about you, Vansh?
Yeah. No, actually, if you look at last season, Daya wasn't that good. But overall, I would pick Daya over Edison.
Okay. As a right back, it's a very good question. Walker, you can put Cancelo also, but you can also like Van Bissaka has been really good signing for United also. So which one you guys pick? Starting with you, Amish.
That's a tough one, honestly. Honestly, it's a tough one. Just looking at, I know defensively Walker's weak, but then I would think I would take Walker. Just about.
Yeah.
Prashant?
I agree. I think Walker is offensively far more superior than Van Bissaka, and defensively, I don't think he's that far. I think his defensive game is slightly underrated. He gets a lot of flack. I think I'd pick Walker.
Okay. Vansh?
Yeah, I myself would pick Walker.
Okay. Rohan?
Walker.
Okay, cool. The centre back pairing, like which one out of all those options you have, which one you guys will pick? Starting with you, Animesh.
I would take Lindelof, and instead of Laporte, I would still take Ruben Diaz.
Okay. Prashant?
I would actually take the opposite too. I'd probably take Laporte and Maguire. So.
Wow. What about you, Vansh?
Yeah, I would go with Laporte and Maguire as well.
Okay. Rohan?
I would go with Laporte and Maguire.
Okay, the left back, I don't think we should put Mendy in the bracket. I don't think there is
No.
But we'll put
Let's remove him from the
Cancelo.
options.
But we'll put Cancelo in the left back. So Cancelo or Alex Telles or Luke Shaw. What do you guys think? Starting with Animesh.
Ark is also there.
Ark is also
Just
there.
saying,
He hasn't
just
played that much.
No.
This is so weird. We just haven't seen enough of Cancelo or Telles, to be honest.
Yeah,
Cancelo has
right.
done just about more.
Yeah.
It's so unfair, right? But I can tell you what I've seen from Telles versus Cancelo. Cancelo doesn't track back enough, and that's where your weakness sometimes lies. But he delivers better. For the same reason why I pick Walker, I'm going to pick Dallas by just this much.
Okay. Prasham?
Okay.
I mean, I'll go with anyone. It doesn't matter. Everyone's average. Everyone's equally bad, I think.
Okay, so Prasham is going with Prasham is going with Zinchenko. Okay, we have to respect Zinchenko.
Wait, I'll bring Brandon Williams to the table then. He's got passion. Youth player. He's at least got the passion to play in that position.
Yeah. What about you, Vansh?
Yeah, I would take Alex Telles as well. Just by this much margin.
What about you, Rohan?
It's a tough choice. I seriously don't know who I would pick, but I think I'm a little partial towards Chancellor.
Okay, you could have said Ake also, like, because you have picked Stefan already. You can pick Ake also. No one's judging you. Okay, so we'll go with three in midfield. Of course, we know two midfielders are going to be KDB and Bruno. There's no point discussing in that. So let's go with CDM. To keep that balance. So who guys will pick? Matic, Fred, McTominay, Fernandinho, Rodri. Will put Gundogan in that bracket or Van de Beek also. So to bring that stability in the midfield. Which one you will pick? Starting with you, Animesh.
Now, see, if we are definitely going with the argument that Van de Beek, Bruno and KDB are both there, the only player then who can sit behind them or be the third centre back for this squad, I would definitely then have to take Matic. I would have liked to take one of Rodri or Fred, but Matic makes the most sense for me in terms of how I see this happening. So.
If you'd have asked me this question 2 years ago, I'd have said Fernandinho, but I don't think he can do that role anymore. So that's why I think.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah.
But I would like to argue, last night he was actually very good against Marcel. Okay, of course it is not such a good play, but okay, he is not that bad but okay, I can agree that he has regressed. But yeah, he can still do the job. What about you, Vansh? Who is going to be your midfielder?
I would like to have Fred behind Bruno and KDB. It would be a good three.
Okay. What about you, Rohan?
I would debate if it was Donny van de Beek from last season, but this season we haven't just seen his full capability. I don't know how, but he's not played so much that I can pick him. So I'm going to go with Rodri. I think Rodri is really good. He's just not performing that well in the last few matches, but he's really good.
Okay. So just give me your front three, what you guys think, and let's just include all the players. Like when Aguero just came last night, we'll put Aguero, we'll put Jesus, we'll put Cavani also. I guess he's not fit enough, but still we'll put him also in the bracket. So just give me your front three, starting with you, Animesh.
Tough. But I'll go Rashford on the left, Aguero up top, and a coin toss really. But I guess technically Mahrez takes it for me.
Okay. What about you, Prashant?
I don't know. I mean, it's another. I mean, I think Rashford on the left, Aguero up top. On the right, whether Sterling plays or Mahrez plays, I'm not quite sure. I think I could sneak in Sterling because I don't think I'm going to need those many crosses with De Bruyne and Bruno in the midfield. So I can sneak Sterling in, and Sterling could score from the right hand side as well. So I think Rashford, Aguero, Sterling.
Okay. What about you, Vansh?
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing. I wanted, obviously, Rashford and Aguero were surely there. I was going to play Sterling at the right.
Okay.
Sterling at the right.
What about you, Rohan? Any chance for your favorite player, Ferran Torres, in this team?
I was going to say Ferran Torres. See, I wasn't impressed by Sterling this season. Last season, towards the end, he didn't impress me as much. So I would pick Mahrez, but I would if it was actually a match, then I would sub him off for Ferran. Because I think Ferran is very good.
Okay.
If you saw his game last night, he was excellent on the right.
Yeah, right. Okay, so the last question, guys. So give me a full-time prediction for this game. What do you guys think? Starting with you, Animesh, the full-time score for the derby.
2-1 to United. 2-1.
Okay.
I don't think we could keep a clean sheet. It would be great if we can, but 2-1.
Prasham, what about you?
3-1 or 3-2?
Oh, wow. What about you, Vansh?
I'm gonna, obviously give it to City. It's gonna be 3-1 to City.
Oh wow, bro! I hope we score that many goals. I don't know.
I'm saying this. I'm saying this because I am putting Aguero in the picture.
Okay, cool.
With Aguero in the starting lineup, it would be a 3-1. If Aguero does not start, I'm gonna say it is going to be a 2-1, but still City will win.
Okay. What about you, Rohan? What's the full time?
I'd say 2-0 City win.
2-0?
With or without Aguero, I'd say a 2-0 City win.
Okay. So let's hope that we get a quite exciting match that Manchester Derby delivers, and hope We, of course, as a City fan, I would like to, hope we win, and of course they'll be hoping that they'll win. So let's hope that we get a very good match. We hope to see a good match, and I would like all my viewers to, check out the channel United Star of Prasham, and I guess Football Pundits of Animesh. So check out that they are doing very good job. And thank you guys for joining us. It was really fun talking to you guys. So hope to see you soon, guys. Stay safe. Take care. And for
Thanks
City
for having
guys,
us.
for City guys, come on City.
Yeah, come
Come
on,
on,
City. We
City.
usually do this at the end.
अरे चलो निकलो चलो bye.
It's our
Bye,
channel, by
guys.
the way.
I know. Thank you
Bye, guys.
for having us.
It's
Yeah.
your channel, it's our city.
We'll see that on.
Nice.
Saturday.
It was a very
We'll see
good
that on
communication.
Let's see.
Saturday.
We have 2 days.
We'll see
Yeah.
that.
Okay, guys. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Take care.
See you. Thank you so much, guys.
Bye bye. Thank you for coming.